Good afternoon. It's a day of waiting. Yesterday was Good Friday, a day we considered the sacrifice that our Savior gave for us, the fact that He came to live in this world, to give Himself, to give His very life for your life in exchange for it. He was a sacrifice, He was a substitute for every single person in the world. Hanging on that cross, He was dying the death that every single person deserved. He was dying that death so that people wouldn't have to face their own death as punishment from God for their sins. Jesus was forgiving sins with His death on the cross. He had lived His perfect life, and He was going to His death to lay down His life. But as Jesus promised His disciples, and as Jesus promised us many times in His word, it wasn't going to be the last we would hear from Him. On a day of waiting, like we go through today, we consider words from Psalm 30, verse 5. In the evening, weeping comes to stay through the night, but in the morning, there is rejoicing. We have the prospect of a morning of rejoicing to come. Tomorrow, Easter Sunday morning, we already know what's going to be the call. We already know what the promise is going to reveal. That Christ will have risen from the dead. That Jesus is alive. And because He is alive, you too will live. That is the promise that we know is coming. And while we wait with confidence, not worried, not wondering, but knowing for sure that Jesus lives. And because He lives, we too will live. That's the promise of one victorious, empty tomb. Until we see each other again, Lord's blessings on your wait.